Hi, Dr. Lisa Thompson of drlisamthompson.com, and in today's video I want to share with you my thoughts on the recent news where Facebook banned some pretty prominent people for their political views and what that means to us as a home business owner. Now, at the end of the day yesterday, I came across in my newsfeed there was a lot of talk that Louis Farrakahn, Alex Jones, and Paul Watson have all been banned from Facebook and Instagram. Now, I also know that YouTube has also banned Alex Jones, and I believe Twitter has as well. So, like, it has a lot of people up in arms, because these polarizing figures have huge audiences, and they also, are people who would purchase their products that they would offer. I know that Alex Jones had products in that he would offer to his audience. So what does that mean for us entrepreneurs? It means that whatever we post on Facebook, it no longer becomes our property anymore, our intellectual property. That just not only for Facebook, but for Instagram, for Twitter, for YouTube. That means that when we post content there, that becomes property of that social media network. And what is acceptable today may not be acceptable tomorrow. Okay, I saw that with a Facebook ad of mine where I was running a very, very successful Facebook ad that I ran for almost an entire year in 2018. And it would get me tons of engagement. I was building an audience. I was getting reps and customers. And all of a sudden, January 2019, they said, you know what, that ad does no longer meet the terms of the advertising terms. So they shut it down. I didn't get my ad account shut down, but the ad was disproved, and I tried reworking it, and it still did not meet the criteria. So social media is always going to be in a state of flux. So what does that mean for you as an entrepreneur? That means you can't put all of your eggs in one basket, if you will, if you're building a business. So what you have to keep in mind is you need to have a insurance policy, if you will. As you're building an audience, yes, you want to focus on one social media platform. But at the same time, you want to be building an email list. Excuse me. And the reason for that is because if the social media network goes down, goes away, or they say, you know what, we're banning you, even though you are putting out content that serves your audience, okay? And you need to have a place where people are still going to want to interact with you. So the tool is building an email list and having your own website. Now, for a lot of people, when you're first starting out, having your own website, that is a big undertaking. I wouldn't focus on that part just yet. I would focus on building the email list. So as you're building your audience on, let's say you're using Facebook and you're building your audience, what you want to do is get people on your email list. Now, I'm going to share with you a couple of different strategies, especially if you are somebody who is on using Facebook. So let's say you have a Facebook group. Facebook groups are becoming very, very popular, and people are using that to build communities. And I have been using it too with my members. So what you want to do in that Facebook group, when people register, there's a way that you can have like 3 questions, up to 3 questions you can ask them, so that people, you're getting the right people into the group. And one of the questions you should say is, hey, what is your email address? Because in case something happens, Facebook goes down, I have a way to communicate with you. And then a lot of people will give you their email address, okay? And that can be a condition if they're going to get accepted into the group. That's why you have those questions at the beginning to kind of screen people out. And people who leave their email address, then what you do is you set up your autoresponder for a list for that specific Facebook group, and then you add people to that list. Okay, so that is a way that you can communicate with people. And then what you can do when you're setting up that email and they get the first email from you, you can say, hey, this is first email. I will be emailing you stating the frequency. And if you're doing like any sort of special trainings or live videos within the group, you can send them that, you can send them an email saying, hey, we just did a live in the group. You want to go check that out. What's really nice too is if Facebook shuts down, if you get booted from Facebook, you still have that list of people and you can find another place where they will all gather. So your email list, my good friend and mentor Diane Hockman, who's a 7-figure earner, and she built her 7-figure empire by writing her email list. She learned how to create an email list. And she said your email list is your best home business insurance policy. Because if you're building that, and you can use that email to engage with your list. Because when people give you their email address, it is permission-based marketing, saying that, yes, I give you permission to email me and to follow up with me. And so you can start serving your audience that way as well. And once you've built up a sufficient audience, and you're engaging your audience, then you can look at setting up a blog where people can come in and interact with you. Because one of the nice things about having a blog and website is that you control the content and people can interact there. But it's not an essential requirement in the beginning. Focus on building the email list and making sure when you are doing and building your audience in the beginning, you are following the guidelines set by the social media networks. And I'm going to use Facebook as an example. So many people wind up getting into trouble on Facebook, home business owners, is that they turn their personal profile into an online advertising board. They go into groups and they spam and they put their opportunity links everywhere. They send their opportunity links to people, messaging through Facebook Messenger, and that's where people get into trouble, okay? And so you want to make sure you're abiding by the Facebook rules and guidelines, and you want to be creating content that's going to serve your audience. So keep that in mind. Don't sit and beat up and get angry about Facebook or about social media and how they're banning people. Let that be a lesson to be, okay, if they're doing this, I have to make sure that I'm doing what I can to build my audience, and I have my insurance plan put in place. Because if they shut your account down, all of their audience there, you're going to lose them. So having that email list is going to be a place where you can capture, you can still follow up with them. And the email list is the one thing you can control. So there you have it, my friends. I hope you found this video valuable today. If you did, leave a comment and share. And if you're not on my newsletter, go to workwithdrlisathompson.com, put in your best email address, and then you will start receiving to your email box my latest tips and strategies and resources on how to grow a full-time income while only working part-time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.